Lighting board basics. All right, so this is the CamSys lighting board that is in our classroom. Now I have, if you will notice, obviously these faders, and I have a screen. It is a touch screen, and I have all of these little encoders over here, and lots and lots and lots of black buttons. Here's the thing, the faders, right? All of these faders, including this one, this is the Grandmaster fader. Look at that right there, Grandmaster. Interesting. That's the main fader for all of the lights. The lights, all the intensity levels for the lights are on these faders. If you look down here, you see DSR, DSC, USC, DSR, all DS, US in, US out, movers, wall, and this is a different light that is a stationary light on the top center that I mounted and have not written on this yet. But you will see DSR, if I bring this up, that's all the downstage right lights. If I bring this up, that's all the downstage center lights. This is all the upstage center, downstage right, left, dang it, downstage left. Trying to do this with this little stick is weird. All downstage, and then I have upstage in, upstage out. Movers are the moving headlights. Wall are the wall lights, and then I have this right here. Now what I'm going to do is talk about what that is really fast and how you use them. This is the intensity. If you come over here, you see a bunch of little stickers. I have some tape right here that says this one is aiming at layer 1, this one's aiming at POS, which is position. This one here is aiming at FX, this one here is aiming at clear. This one here is aiming at previous head, this one's aiming at next head. And I have odd, even, and Q store. That's the ones where the tape are. Generally speaking, you won't push any other black buttons. What it is this board is very, very capable, and it does a lot of stuff, like way too much stuff, probably for what we need in this room, for the lights that are here, but that is okay. It's a good board to have. Now, this is the one you're going to use the most, layer 1. If you push this, the screen changes to something that I have set up for you to use. There is group, position, color, and beam right here. If I walk over here and press one of these, this would be a group of my lights. Position would be the moving headlights, would be where the lights would get positioned to. Color, of course, is color. And the boys who make this are British, so that's C-O-L-O-U-R, which is cute. And then color. And then I have beam, which would be obviously for the moving headlights, but it can also be for the par lights for changing the strobing. Now, if I come over here and press, for example, color dash par, now other things will populate. You see right here, I see colors, okay? Colors lit up right there, and I also have this thing right here for strobing. If I was to push one of these strobing things, what will happen is it will continue to strobe until I push shutter open. But if I was to push a color, it just changes to the color. Now, on the other part of this is the interesting part, and the thing that always bothers me about some lighting people is they don't understand how to, or that they should, put custom colors for events, especially for specific type of events. I have red, green, blue, amber LEDs on these lights. The par lights, all the rest of the main lights that are up there, I have red, green, blue, and amber colors. Red, green, blue, and amber, when they all go together, make a pretty good white. Most lights, most your standard old lights would be just RGB, and that would be all you would need for white. Now, I can blend different percentages with these wheels. I can take these wheels right here and do different percentages. Right now that's 9.8 red, 31.0, and then 100 blue and 100 amber. And I can just take these wheels and blend and find custom colors. If you find a custom color that you really, really like, tell me what it is, tell me what the numbers are, and we will save it. And you can save it under different spots on here. But custom colors are done that way. Moving headlights, if I select movers, and then I come over to this one right here, now position is populated because it's a moving light. I can make it jump to different spots in the room. You can also pick colors. I can't blend the colors on the moving headlights because it uses a gobo, which is a go-between disc for the colors. Now, that being said, when I'm doing something, if I don't like something, I could come over here and I can press clear. That will get rid of most things, but sometimes if something is lit up in a different spot, it might not do it. So I'm going to come over here to Q store and see if anything's red. Nothing's red right there, which means nothing is being used. And then I can come back to layer 1. Remember, layer 1 is your bread and butter. Layer 1 is where you will start working on the things. Now, I have also position and I have effects. If I select a light, layer 1, for example, movers, and I push effects, now I can do, there's some saved effects things right here. That's why I have this tape here with the arrow saying you can push this button. Please don't push the other buttons that don't have tape on them, but you certainly can push these buttons with the tape on them. Now, what you're going to do is you can use an effect that I've got here, and I'm going to add some more, but you can also push add effects, which is right there. And really probably all you're going to want to do for the movers, for the most part, what people are liking to see is the position ones, and then these are all your different position effects. Okay, if I go back to layer 1 and I did a color on, let's say, the par lights, and I picked the color, I can go over here and do effects, add effects, and I can do an intensity or a color effect on those lights as well. Now, layer 1, these are all the different lights or lighting groups right here. These are all the colors. These are the beams. These are the position. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. If you want to pick lights individually, you're going to go through next head and previous head, and it'll show up right here on this tiny little two-line thing right here, this two-line area. It'll show up what you're editing. So if I go, for example, and I want to move one of the moving headlights to a certain spot, I'll select movers. Right now, I've got all of them selected because movers is selected. But if I come over here, you see, and change this to next head, you'll see sub-select head 17. I can go back through all the different moving headlights and pick all the different numbers. That's all the numbers that I titled the moving headlights, and I will have a chart for you to look at when you're over here. Okay, that is how we generally operate the light board. Remember that the intensity, of course, is here. And in the next one, I will show you what that means on the stage.